Hello, how are you? Today I am presenting one of the 3 new prototypes that I was working on my free time. So let's start with the first one, generate the scenes of our project via natural language using GPT3.5. So here we have the projects. You already know this flow of our app. And then we can create another project. So let's call it transportation app. And here we have the first scenes already created and the first story already created. We can open the scene and then we can see that if we select my story, we have agents and map assets. The new feature is that now here in the console, you can type / and generate a scene. So I'll click here and then I'll ask the LLM to draw a scene as I want. So let's try to make a scenario of a desert. So this will fire a call to the LLM and he will answer us with the reasoning. So I use it send, the code is F, as the base terrain for the entire grid to create a desert scenario. But you can see that the model answered just with some cells and didn't fill the whole grid. So let's try another prompt. Like create a desert with oasis in the corner. It's trying to generate the scene. And now we have the model filled the entire grid. But let's see the reasoning. I added sand as the base terrain for the desert, and then grass for the oasis in the corner. So it didn't reason that well, but now it's filled. So let's ask again. Now I want a forest and a river in this scenario. It's generating the scene. And you can see that with the reasoning, I added grass as the base terrain for the forest, then grass with flowers, okay. And he said that he used water, but he didn't. So, but this is the first part of the project that we implemented some kind of integration with large language models. Okay. Now I'll show you guys how I implemented the communication with the model, so you can maybe reuse this way of implementation, or maybe suggest me to improve it. Let's see. So here is the prompt that I am sending to the LLM. You are an expert game designer, you will receive some abstract informations, and here I detailed each type of terrain that I have and suggested and assigned it a code. So it's a letter for each type of terrain. You can see that dark earth, and then the last one, the water, right? And I said that your scenario is a grid that has 20 by 20 size. You can assign only one terrain type to each cell, and please do not use any letter that's not listed here. And for the integration with the LLM, I'm using OpenAI. I implemented this. So I am using Langchain as the library to communicate with OpenAI, and the prompt is this. The function. So we have a prompt template, the input text coming from the front end, from the user, a ZOD schema. So I'm using OpenAI functions because in this way we can have formatted answers, formatted response from the model. And I wanted that because I want the reasoning, right? Together with the map, with the terrains. The model, so it's 3.5 by default, and some kind of parser, because sometimes you have to filter what the LLM sends back. In this case, the model was sending me some line breaks, /n, and I had to filter it. And then you using the chat prompt template that is a class from the Langchain library. You can pass the system message. So the scene prompt, this is the scene prompt that I showed you before. And then the input text coming from the user. You can add some configurations to the model. In this case, I add the temperature as 0, so 0 creativity to the model. I asked the model to be the library to be verbose, so we could see what the model answered. So this is the answer. We can see that it's answering with the map using the letters and the reasoning. And this is my filtered response that I sent to the front end. Another thing that I want to show you guys is this map sprite controller. Yes. Using Langchain for JavaScript, the library for JavaScript, you can use Zod schemas. Zod is a library, a JavaScript library for defining and formalizing some kind of data structure, JSON data structure. And for this one, I could define using Zod a schema and pass this schema to the Langchain library. So the library would be was able to transform, to convert the Zod schema into the expected data that OpenAI functions receive. Okay, so let's go again. Using Zod schema, we can define and formalize what we want the model to send us back after he does his thing. So in this case, I wanted a map that would be formatted with 400 letters, so a string, and the description is here. 20 by 20 grid map represented as a string of 400 characters. And the reasoning, so a brief explanation of why the particular terrains were used. And that's why the model sends us, together with the map, the reasoning. And then you can pass this Zod schema back there in the Langchain call. And for this reason, it's here. For this reason, we have the formatted answer. Okay, and then here in the controller, I convert the answer. I use this format because this way we could save some money, because the pricing is based on the number of tokens and characters that the model receives and answers back. So I prefer to do this way, and this way the model could answer faster, quicker. So I do some kind of format. I translate the letters to the sprite names or sprite IDs that I have back in the front end, and then I send it back. Okay, and that's it. Thank you guys for watching this video. Please like it and subscribe to the channel. See you later.